This is a little disturbing. The IRS, on two different occasions in the history, at least in the past 20 years, the government has attempted to farm out the collection function of the IRS to private collection agencies. They did this between 2005 and 2009, and I think they also did it for a short period in the late 90s, or maybe it was a year in the late 90s. Every time they've done this, it has been a colossal failure. Not just a failure because you are sicking collection agencies on people who simply cannot afford to pay and ruining their lives, but it's literally been a financial failure. From 2005 to 2009, IRS information shows that private agencies collected about $98 million. They were paid $16.5 million in commissions. It cost the IRS an additional $86 million to administer the program. 16 plus 86 is 102, 16.5, so 102.5 for collecting $98 million. Much of that $86 million was to make sure that the contractors did not use sensitive IRS data to benefit their private customers, such as credit card companies. So there's that huge danger there, too. However, Senator Chuck Schumer, Democrat of Wall Street, has tucked into a larger bill aimed at renewing an array of expired tax breaks a provision which would turn over millions of unpaid tax bills to private debt collectors who just happen to be located in upstate New York. And again, not for a moment I don't think that some of these private collection agencies will somehow migrate this data into the coffers of their private customers looking to collect on credit card debt and whatnot. Nina Olson, the nation's taxpayer advocate, has said she serves as an IRS employee. The taxpayer's voice in the agency and before Congress said the agency takes a more flexible approach to those that are struggling financially than debt collections does. In many cases, said the IRS simply waits for the taxpayer to amass a refund and uses that money to bring the account current. So in other words, if you can't pay, instead of getting harassed by a collection agency, the IRS, who has the ability to know when you can pay because you start getting tax refunds, simply takes that money. She says, why am I paying private collection agencies 25% when just for the cost of the machine running, we get that money anyways? The IRS Director John Cookson also urged lawmakers to reject the idea, citing past experience, we ended up losing money. On top of that, it already inflames people's passions against the IRS because they presume it's the IRS that is telling these debt collection agencies to call at all times of the day. So today's F award goes to you, Chuck Schumer. F you.
I wonder if that imaginary
I'm
family in
taking away
Long
your
Island.
middle name for the day. It's no longer Chuck E. Schumer. It's Chuck F. Schumer. Sorry.
I wonder if that imaginary family in Long Island approves of this.
Yeah, I wonder.